If you're looking to start a diet and that diet includes cutting out an entire macronutrient food group, i.e. carbs, heads up, probably is a bad diet. I'm Mike. I'm a fat guy who's trying to not be fat anymore by making lifestyle changes. In this video, we're going to be talking about really keto, the ketogenic diet, that diet that cuts out all carbs, which again, cutting out a macronutrient food group, probably not a good idea, even though I will say that if you are going to cut a macro, carbs would be the first one to cut because, you need protein and you need fats. Carbs, yeah, you can get away with it, but we're going to get into it in this video. Now, I will give a disclaimer. I've talked about keto before, and I'm not a big fan because, again, I don't think it's sustainable. I don't think it's definitely not right for me. And because it's not right for me, I do project that in these videos. But I do recommend that you talk to a doctor or your nutritional coach before you get on a ketogenic diet and really make sure you evaluate your macronutrients and your micronutrients and make sure you're not about to set yourself up to be deficient in anything. So that's my disclaimer on my opinion, but now I'm going to get into the data and really why I have that opinion. So when it comes to macronutrients, we have, again, like I said, three groups. We have proteins, fats, and then carbohydrates, and each of these groups play a really vital role in our body, and it's pretty basic. Like I said, we do absolutely need protein and we need fat. How much fat we need kind of varies from, I would say, expert to expert or study to study, but nobody claims or nobody tries a low protein diet. That doesn't exist because everybody knows protein is really a powerhouse and very, big necessity when it comes to really overall health and specifically weight loss. But carbs often get a bad rap and people get really afraid of carbs. And, when I'm talking to different groups and different accountability partners that I have, everybody seems like they're trying to avoid carbohydrates. And, I kind of get curious, why is that? I love carbs. I mean, they taste delicious, of course, but why is it that the ketogenic diet has been getting so much traction lately? And before we get into, why is it getting traction, let's talk about what is the ketogenic diet, kind of give an overview of that. So really, keto, it's all about drastically, and I mean drastically, reducing your carbohydrates, even cutting them to zero in some extreme cases that I've seen people doing. So what they do instead is they try to increase that fat intake and enter a state of what they call ketosis. Now, this ketosis state has been really praised and getting a lot of traction. And again, that's probably why it's getting so much, popularity recently, but really it has a lot of short-term benefits when you're in ketosis that go beyond just weight loss. And most of them are focused around improved mental clarity. But here's the thing. Can you sustain this diet for the long run? Can you do this for years? And I'm not just talking about that random person who makes a video about how they say they were on keto for 5 years. Can you do that? When I say you, I'm talking about me 6 months ago. Can someone who's severely obese, pushing 300 pounds, that's been struggling with, nutrition their entire life, can they do the ketogenic diet and maintain that for, their lifestyle for years to come? I think cutting out an entire macronutrient group comes with some pretty severe challenges, which sets you up for really failure looking at this long-term weight loss journey. Because I know that, if I say I'm going to do something and when it comes to weight loss and then I fall off the wagon, I think of myself as a failure and I'm less likely to try other things in the future. It just builds that wall, builds that barrier up even taller for the next time when I try to make this weight loss journey actually stick. So beyond the kind of mental issues of someone who's trying to make a major lifestyle change and a major weight loss journey coming up, also, there are some issues with an extended period of ketosis that, again, you do face some potential health risks. So now we're getting a little bit farther away from my opinion and into some studies, but research does suggest that prolonged ketosis may negatively impact our gut health, and we will develop nutrient deficiencies and even lead to a decrease in athletic performance. I mean, who would have thought that, you need carbs as fuel, and so you're not going to perform as well in the gym if you're not eating any carbs? Crazy idea. But this data does come from, again, a study published in the Journal of Nutrition and Metabolism in 2019. Again, this was a long-term study of the ketogenic diet where it did show that adverse effects are really prone to someone who's on a ketogenic diet and when it comes to their bone health, heart health, due to their limited nutrient diversity and the potential imbalances that the ketogenic diet shows. And again, that makes sense, right? Because balance is key when it comes to nutrition, and our bodies thrive on a variety of nutrients, and really we need all macronutrient groups, even though on paper, technically, yes, you can do without carbs, as I've said, but really you're not going to be at your optimum state if you're cutting out carbs. Completely cutting out carbohydrates, like I said, is really more of a short-term look. It's not the best approach for long-term sustainable health. And I think the best way really to have that long-term sustainable health and to start including carbs in your diet is to hit the like and subscribe button to Weight Warriors to get more sweet videos like this one. See, talking about sweets, carbs. See how that joke worked? But no, seriously, if you're enjoying this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. It does help us make a bigger impact with the algorithm, and that would be very helpful. So back to the data on the ketogenic diet. Experts in the field have shared similar sentiments when it comes to this issue, and specifically a study in the Journal of the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics in 2017 suggests that while the ketogenic diet may offer an effective, short-term relief or short-term benefits, sticking to it long-term and overall sustainability is a huge challenge for the ketogenic diet. Again, what they found is essentially it's really hard to do for more than just a couple months. So no bueno. Not good, and really makes me kind of just eliminate it from a possibility, which again, you do you, but I don't think it's great. And I don't think it's great, again, because if you've been watching my videos, you know that sustainability is the #1 thing that I talk about, like these lifestyle changes for, the long haul, this life, not just for a couple months. When I talk about sustainability, I'm not talking about the environment, I'm talking about my ability to sustain these lifestyle changes. Because I keep going back to, I've done the yo-yo thing before. I've lost hundreds and hundreds of pounds when you talk about all the many times that I've dropped the weight and gained it back. So what's the point in doing that over and over again just to, have it all come back? So if you agree with me and you think keto is not the best solution, then what do we do? What's the better approach? Well, my opinion is a balanced and sustainable approach to our diet by finding foods that really hit that right balance of macronutrients when consuming whole nutrient-dense foods. And what I mean by whole nutrient-dense foods is incorporating a variety of, colorful fruits and vegetables, lean proteins, healthy fats. I'm not against having healthy fats, as keto is really all about fat, it seems, but really having, again, a diverse food that you eat. You don't just eat, your favorite macronutrient groups, that you have them all and you have all of the nutrients that your body needs. And you can get there a few different ways. I like to experiment with different flavors and different cooking methods and really keep things entertaining and exciting. But, really just focusing on eating less things in packages and not going crazy when this cool new fad diet comes out. So while the ketogenic diet may offer some short-term benefits and you may really enjoy it, cutting out an entire macronutrient food group is not sustainable, in my opinion, in the long run. And I could say this over and over again, but really, like I said, it's important to prioritize a balanced approach to nutrition and overall health and well-being. You will have success on your weight loss journey if you take this as a long-term approach and not just trying to get it done over a few weekends.